Olá a todos, bem-vindos ao Ultraboot Gaming. Hoje vamos continuar as aventuras de Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Esta é a versão Director's Cut do jogo. Vamos a isso. Ora bem, falo com a Nico ou sigo já para o hotel? Eu se calhar vou seguir já para o hotel. Aqui estamos nós. Isto deve ser para sair, com certeza. Penso eu. Portanto, não vale a pena ir para ali. Certo. Ora bem, vamos falar com este senhor. Olá, senhora.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Viu por acaso algum palhaço?
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard
Okay.
pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Ok, pronto, está bem. Certo. Então, e sobre este homem?
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
Ok. E o plantar?
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Ok. Eu duvido que ele saiba alguma coisa destes objetos. Mas será que lhe consigo pregar um choque?
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rat.
Bolas! Eu não consigo apanhar ninguém. Será possível?
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Ok. E este senhor?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Eu duvido que tenhas visto um palhaço. Mas...
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Ok. Vou acreditar que ele não sabe. Então e o Khan? Sabes? Conhece o Khan?
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
Ok. E o plantar?
have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
Ok. Eu vou tentar pregar-te um choque então.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Bolas, a sério, ninguém quer apertar a minha mão, será possível? Vamos entrar no hotel. Pode ser que consiga mais informação lá dentro. É lá. Isto é chique. Isto é muito chique. Esta senhora.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The
Okay.
blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Eu gostava de saber quem são aqueles senhores na entrada.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Ok. Pronto. Então fala-me do Khan.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is dick.
Precisely.
Ok. A sério, diz mais informação sobre o Khan. Se souberes algo, diz-me.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan?
Kevin
I
Khan.
never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Ok. Será que devo saber mais informações sobre esta senhora? Vou perguntar.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Ok.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear.
Huh?
It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I
Okay.
was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Ok.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections.
Oh.
And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Ok.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Certo. Eu vou mostrar a fotografia.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him!
Ah.
That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
Ok. Então fala mais sobre ele, se faz favor.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Ok. Continua.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Ok. Continua.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
Provavelmente. Provavelmente, mas vou tentar saber mais informações.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
Ela bem que me podia dar uma chave. Esta senhora foi tão simpática que eu nem vou tentar apertar-lhe a mão. Não lhe vou dar um choque. Ok. Este senhor... Bem, ela já me disse tudo. Este senhor se calhar não me consegue ajudar em nada. Olá.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ok. Viste algum palhaço, por acaso?
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
Hã?
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Ok. Certo.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Este senhor é tão aborrecido, vou ver se lhe dou um choque.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
A sério?
That's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
A sério? Ninguém me aperta a mão. Será
Goodbye.
possível? Ninguém me aperta a mão. Ora bem, mas eu acho que já tenho pistas que cheguem. Eu gostava de aceder aos vossos cofres. Eu precisava mesmo de ver uns papéis que foram lá metidos.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Ok. Viu algum palhaço?
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so.
Ok, pronto. E este homem? O Khan?
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
Ok, quero.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Ok.
Do you know a man named Plentau?
No, monsieur.
E o cofre? Será que eu consigo aceder ao cofre?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Ok. Este homem não me está a ajudar. Eu vou-lhe dar um choque.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Ok. Eu vou mostrar a fotografia. Ele sabe algo.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
Ok. Deixa-me mostrar-te este tecido. Pode ser que fujas.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Ok. Será que vale a pena mostrar o nariz do palhaço?
Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
Ok. Já não quero falar mais contigo. Mas tenho aqui uma chave que posso tentar pegar. Mas não vou conseguir, pois não.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to steal that key, no?
Não?
No way.
E o livro?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Ok. Quarto 22. Quarto 22. Como é que eu vou tirar aquela chave dali?
What now, monsieur?
I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin, the man who has taken room 22.
What of it? What do you want?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials, I cannot help.
Ok. E a chave?
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
Ok. Continua.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Ok.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to your guests as well. He has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel! Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely. He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times. With your help, I just might be able to stop him.
But what if he finds out I have helped you? No, I cannot do it.
Ah, eu quase acreditei que ele me ia ajudar. E agora o que é que eu faço? Vamos subir as escadas? Se calhar é melhor. Vamos ver o que é há lá em cima. Em que andar estamos?
The door was locked.
Tivemos azar. Vamos tentar a próxima.
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read 22.
Ahá! Pronto.
The door was locked.
Estamos no sítio certo, pelo menos. E não consigo mexer em mais nenhuma porta. Vamos voltar. O que é que eu faço? Será que este senhor me consegue ajudar?
Hello again.
Não.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Não havia nenhum diálogo novo. E a senhora? Ela está motivada a ajudar-me?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Sei lá, podias-me ajudar a tentar entrar no quarto do assassino, por exemplo? Sei lá, é uma ideia. Ou, sei lá, oferecer-me o quarto ao lado para tentar abrir um buraco na parede, sei lá.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Sim.
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Ok, isto vai ser divertido. Eu sabia que esta senhora estava disposta a ajudar-me. Ok, isto vai ter piada.
I say, you there, flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewellery for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Será agora?
Over to you, my dear.
Obrigado. Com licença, vou já buscar a chave.
There was no one registered under, but the name in the book for room...
Pronto! Conseguimos a chave. Mas hoje ficamos por aqui. Continuamos no próximo episódio. Tchau, pessoal!
The door was locked.